Daddy Freeze.
How much? How much?
Good morning, sir.
What I want to say. You see? Mute your mic. Because all right. Money does not bring happiness. I've learned, and I've said every message I pass going forward, I'm going to give you a balance. Money does not bring happiness, but the lack of it brings problem. The lack of money, no matter how sweet or strong the love, if landlord pack your load, put for outside, that love will suffer. When you are not in a good place financially, many aspects of your life, especially if you live in an underdeveloped country like Nigeria, many aspects of your life will suffer. So all those people saying, marry in your 20s, marry when you are ready. Marry when you have, you see, you can't give what you don't have. You want to enter marriage. What are you carrying into the marriage? You are carrying a human reproductive organ that everybody else has. That's what you want to carry and put inside the marriage. That's your contribution. When you are entering a marriage, be prepared. So that is why I'm particularly happy. You see, there's a message in this Iyabojo, Finding Love at 45. There's a message there. It means you can find love. Stop giving up. Many women who are in their, listen, the reason why nobody married you in your 20s, or nobody, you are not in a relationship in your 20s, or you are not in a relationship in your 30s, is because there's nothing to you. Start adding something. You see, let me tell you, zero na big, na very big problem. If all you have in your life is 1, if they multiply you by 10, you become 10. If they multiply you by 100, you become 100. Now, if you are 1,000, if they multiply you by 10, you become 10,000. If they multiply you by 100, you become 100,000. But if you are 0, if they like, let them multiply you by 1 billion, you become 0. As in 0, they consume every other thing, turn them to 0. So when you enter a marriage as a 0, what on earth do you think you are going to contribute? What on earth are you really taking to the place? Sometimes some of us are immature. It's our character. We are youthful. We're exuberant. There is no place for immaturity in marriage. Marriage will test you. Marriage will try you. Marriage will burn you. Marriage will take you to a level you have never gotten when it comes to tolerance. Marriage means you are going to solve problems that are not your problems. Extended family, where they are saying you as normal bros with the hustle. Now you are a man. You have a family. Billing go they meet you. Steady billing go they hit you. So celebrate. I'm so happy. You guys don't understand how valuable this is. What message is there? Because all your pastors are. Let me tell you. I don't know. I'm going to say it. One church. I'm not going to mention the church. Pastor PA, they fight them. The wife, they fight them dirty. So even church does not have the solution. If Pastor PA wife be there inside dirty divorce, I'm not talking about divorce where okay, you take that dirty divorce. You can now imagine. So the church does not have a solution to marriage. The government, the family tradition, they don't have a solution. So you need to understand that you are going into this yourself. Stop listening to motivational speakers that are pushing you. Don't jump higher than your shadow can follow. This young lady here that just sent me a request said she's still in love with her ex. But they are not on talking terms. Ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. Share your story, madam.
Hello, Daddy Freezy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually,
good morning.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the opportunity. He's my ex-husband. I'm going to talk on 3 topics. One is the age. I got married when I was 26. Sincerely, I didn't know anything about marriage. In fact, as at 3 days ago, I was gisting with one of my friends. I told her if I knew what I know today, I wouldn't have married early. Now, all those chaos on his own part, he kept saying he wanted to marry a medical doctor. He needed someone with financial stability. This is a Navy officer I'm talking about. Not that he was broke or he was poor, but I think he needed someone who could complement his status, both in the office or outside office. And me with my inexperience, like I didn't really have who to look up to quite early in life. My mom died when I was very small, so I grew up struggling. And we got married immediately, my BSc. When he started with, I wanted to marry a medical doctor, I was not like, don't I look good for you? But he wasn't looking at marriage from that aspect of you're looking good or you're bearing a child for me. He was looking at marriage in the aspect of fulfillment in so many aspects. Sincerely speaking, we had it extremely rough. Like, the issues escalated in a way that to even see each other eyeball to eyeball, it's something terrible. But I try to keep our child close to him, even when he doesn't want to come close. Now, by the grace of God, I later got a job. I got a job. I'm working with the Federal Fire Service by the grace of God. And after some years of all this chaos, like right now, I'm of age now. Like it's over 8 years from that marriage. I started having a deep understanding of life, a deep understanding of how to respond to issues, especially when it has to do with a partner. There are so many ways, or I feel I wouldn't have done this, I wouldn't have done that. Like my own case was, I was extremely broken, and I felt the only way I could solve my pain was to keep telling whoever cares to listen. Even when who doesn't want to listen, I would just keep talking and talking and from his own part, he didn't like it because he felt I was blowing everything out of proportion. But over time, I sat back and I really feel ashamed of the way I handled the issue, though the fault wasn't from me, you know. Until today, we haven't really been in talking terms. But to be very honest to you, I still like that young man. I can't deny it. Sometimes even when someone else come around, I keep seeing, like, I'm not seeing him. I'm looking for him in another person, which I don't know is affecting me.
Has he remarried?
Well, early this year, I learned he went for introduction, but he's still denying that he didn't go for it. But his friends told me he did, but I don't know, because he's also denying that he didn't go for any introduction.
You still like this guy?
What will I do? Maybe because I have a child who looks exactly like him. Yes, he did. Yes. And according to what I later heard, he said why he went to court was he was looking for a way to resolve the issue with me. So he feels when he gets to court and the judge asks me, I will tell the judge I still want the marriage. So the judge will then tell us to go home and settle. But me with my pain and my hot head, you mean, of course I was like, why would you go to court? We are having misunderstanding. We are not having issues that would have landed in the court. So the judge called me. I said, okay, since he doesn't want me to, I don't want. Let's keep competing with each other. But I regretted it. I feel I would have.
What is his name? What is his name?
That the phrase, is a personnel. Please permit me not to mention it here.
We want to give you a chance. All of us on this side, we start. That introduction. We put on that. Who is
Madam, can you think your audio is not.
Anytime you talk, mute.
Okay.
Your audio is not particularly good. Omo, this is love. Oh.
DF,
This is
I
love.
actually wanted a question as to how long has it been since they divorced?
8 years. It's a her. On mute. You muted.
The marriage didn't last up to 2 months. In fact, 3 days after we returned from the honeymoon, that's when the whole issue started. If you want my family, it was also always about his family, this, his family, that.
Oh.
I missed him, sincerely.
Hey!
I do.
Mute your mic. Hey. She's all emotional.
Like, people keep telling me, move on. I'm not sure moving on is that easy, except you were not actually in love with that person, you know, and especially when a child is also involved. Like,
when was the last time you people, you know, did the fakafiki, you know, kind of things?
that was during our honeymoon, 2014 March.
So since then, you have this thing.
No.
So the house. Don't you, man?
What did he say?
Don't you know how to seduce a man? Invite him over, cook for him.
Daddy Freeze, this is the thing I'm talking about. The hot-headed. I don't want to talk to him. He doesn't want to talk to me. Since he has not come to apologize, he knew he hurts me and he has refused to apologize. I'm not going to. So those are the.
You are here.
No.
You are. I want to pray. Father, in Yahushua's name, remove the spirit of stubbornness from this woman's life.
Amen.
The spirit of stubbornness that has become a crater in her road on the way to her joy. Father, remove it. Now you be your own enemy.
A lot of people have their own problems.
Oh, long. You don't get enemy as you do like this. Only you be your own enemy.
You know your problem. You know the solution to your problem. But
let me tell you something. This your hot-headedness. It will come to you again and you will divorce in another 3 months. You need deliverance from this anger. First things first is, person offend you. Start it now. You need therapy.
Daddy Freeze, the truth is,
if he's hot-headed,
I was extremely badly treated. Extremely badly treated. Physically, mentally, badly treated.
By him or by
What did he say?
Is this by him?
Yes, by him and also his family, but especially by him. I was badly treated. If I want to go into details, you will wonder why I'm still in love with such person. So most time when I see him, it's like the whole stuff I've gone through comes back to my memory.
So if that's the case, when it comes to being badly treated, especially when you say physically, without saying too much, I think we can read some meaning into it. And I can understand why you wouldn't want to go and say, you know, it's a very slippery slope, Daddy Freeze. And, you know, you have more knowledge and spiritual understanding. Maybe you can provide some guidance to her. But this one is
no. My advice is have a candid conversation with him. You see, when you sit down with a man to have a candid conversation, you will see whether he's for you. You will see whether it can actually work. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. If you see that he hasn't changed, it's impossible for it to work. But if he has changed, if he is more mature, then there is hope. But you see, just like I said, how old was he when you married him?
He was 34. I was 26.
He was 34
He was
years
34 years
marriage. You were 20.
You were 20. His problem, if I may say, I'm not trying to point fingers, but his problem might likely be his family. He's the last one in the family of 10. So they were now making it look like I'm older than him, I'm maltreating him. But this is someone that is free. Yes.
How old were you?
26.
Oh, he's older than you now.
That is it. This is someone that will come home and won't sleep in the room. If he comes home for a week, he stays in the parlor all through. This is someone that have stayed away for 6 years without setting his eyes on our child. And I don't want to go into detail. Maybe if I talk to you one-on-one, I'll be able to tell you a lot of things. You know, in as much as what he has done is bad, I don't want to paint him black for the sake of my son. Even my son at this point doesn't want to talk to him anymore, but I keep pushing the boy to him because that's his father. Like the Bible says, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long. I don't want the child to be part of our problem in any way. So even when it doesn't come close, sometimes I used to force the boy to call him. You know, so his family were his major issue. Now, in a case where he's the one victimizing me, then I'll call the elder brother and tell him what is going on. The brother will only send for him. Whatever he says, they won't talk to me anymore. Till today, they haven't heard from my own side. The entire system is even now that some of them, because me, I don't have a heart to keep something against anyone. I might be angry with you for a while, but once the anger subsides, I've forgiven you and let go. Sometimes I used to call them to check on them, and they're like, how are you? It's not that they even try to talk to me, but then nobody wanted to hear from my own side.
Mike.
DF.
Sorry, Mr. Stats. Everybody just full everywhere here. When I just they enjoy. If you are watching me live on TikTok, start to send me flowers now. I close TikTok live straight. Not one single person has decided to buy me stars. 630 people watching me on Facebook, 620 watching me on Instagram, 222 on YouTube, and 190 on TikTok. And una no even fit decide, say, una go come to Facebook now and come and buy stars, or I lock everything and go and find something to do this morning. What kind of bad behavior is this? Let me show you how to buy stars, please. Also, if you want to advertise one line of your product, just buy 1,000 stars and type it inside. Type the message inside that we hype it for you. Oh yeah, this is how you buy stars. Go to my Facebook. Go to your Facebook. Type Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE in the top right-hand corner. When my page pops up, it will look like this. Close that door. It will look like this. Scroll down to today's message. You can see this. This is me here. Click on it. Bottom left-hand corner, you see where to buy stars. Click on it, and it will give you an option. Another way to do it is you see here too. You can click on this too. It will give you the same set of options. So just go to today's video on Facebook and go and buy stars. If I don't see enough stars in the next 5 minutes, I close the video and everybody goes home. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh. Mr. Stat, you wanted to say something?
Wait, let me see my people that are watching. Shout out to all my people that are watching. Please, let's start buying badges.
I don't have it on Instagram. It's only stars.
Oh, you don't? Wow. Yeah. Okay. I think there's my sister, I don't know you, but I think there's a lot for you to reconcile in your own mind, especially assessing the situation in which you were in. When you start saying things like, physical this, mental this, personally, I think it's time for you to take a step back, not unless you you just have, is it Stockholm syndrome or something, right, that ties you to something, you know. But we don't know that to be the case. We can only go based on what you're sharing. There's another part of this story that this other guy will, you know, if he's asked, he will say, this is his own side of the story. So I'm not quick to judge, but based on what you're sharing, if the things that you mentioned stands to be true, I would say find a way to get yourself out of this mindset and mentality. You can love somebody, you can still love somebody, but yet let them go. You can love somebody and leave them. You can love them from afar. You can have good relationships with people because of your children, your child. But you also have to look out for your own mental, your own emotions, your own physical well-being. For that reason,
Absolutely.
my recommendation would be move on, and God will help you.
Rita, can I say?
I'm just going to drop a little bit. I woke up not too long ago, so sorry, sir. Yeah, it's just a brief one, adding on to it. I think it's a case of battered women syndrome. You know, she might have gone through some form of trauma, and partially probably Stockholm syndrome. It's a trauma that she's gone through that is pulling her back. But you know, Daddy Freeze was mentioning something earlier about character. The truth is, she got involved with this guy when she was 26 and he was 34. None of them were babies. They weren't children. They were kind of mature anyways. So the whole point is, character had a part to play. And at this point, she might feel that she's changed. Is it that she's really in love, or does she require, is it apology she's after? Is it remorse she's after? You know, so there are questions to be asked in regards to that. And as you said, Stax, she has to heal first. She has to find ways to heal first before going back into such a relationship. And to be honest, if it was a toxic one that had physical abuse and all of that, I would not advise her to go back into that.
I can't do. I'm sorry.
My lovely darling, since you're not showing your face,
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
so please, but I wanted to add that on.
Nelson,
No, Allah.
bye, love you. I like people that show their faces. And Rita is particularly fine, so I don't know why she's not showing face. Please, 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 when you come to this live, you have to show your face.
But we're still on the congratulations. Many congratulations.
Yes. I wanted to end on a good note. But it's a good thing that we're having these conversations, because these conversations are very, very, very important. And we're going to end in congratulations. So far, 3 people have bought me stars: Sally Eni, Oscar Tochukwu, and Princess Ali Omat. Princess Ali Omat, thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate you. She got 600 stars. Come on over to my Facebook page. Facebook page is Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE with a tick. 752,000 followers. You will know it is me. Come and buy stars now. Someone says Polo is here. Let's bring Polo and celebrate him. In as much as a discussion came through, Paolo Maldini. Polo, I don't send them request if he's around. So, my darling sister, what is your take?
Hello, Daddy Freeze. Good. What is it? Morning or afternoon? Sorry.
Morning.
Oh, it's still good morning. It's still morning over here. Good morning.
Good morning.
I just wanted to ask the lady, because she talks about missing this guy, and she talked about the hurt. I believe that according to what she's saying, she's still carrying some hurt and anger and resentment towards this guy. So what is it that she's missing about this guy that she wants him back? And if this guy should come back, what is going to be different? What is going to work? What is going to make it work this time around? Because I believe that sometimes when women are single parents, they you know, some women will always say, I don't want to have children with many men. I just want to have all my children with one man. Is that why she want him back?
It's my
you
brother.
know, so
My brother is here. Hello,
Listen,
hey,
please. Nobody will take me away from the.
congratulations.
Nobody